store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Denver Broncos.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The numbers for Williams a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, zero.
They try the left side here with Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2nd and 6.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down and 6 now.
Play action. It's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In motion left goes Sutton.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, Nat. Let's go, baby.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
The Broncos at 1-9 now on the year, and they come in at just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Here's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Browns defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
They go back to the ground with Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. They go play action with Wilson, rolling to his right. A short one to the tight end, Troutman, and he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Maher is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 13 carries, 62 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
Well, Charles, when you think about this defense, this week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And a methodical drive.
Along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to drive a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to love not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And trouble trying the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Watson. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Touch 50, touch 50. Gun.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
14. Broncos 6.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield on that.
That is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19. Block that, block that.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Now a 10th carry, here's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside. To Denver. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Murr is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 7 in a row coming into this ball game, but lo and behold, they have the lead here as this drive begins 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. It's caught, Cooper. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. All goes special. All goes special.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 3rd and 7. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Second down, here's Chubb again. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's returnable now for Smith. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having a run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Oh, wide open, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Greg Dulcich, 72 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Bust through the tackle. Fight taking it right down Broadway. Nick Chubb.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Broncos 17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down.
This is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And a good game here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Williams going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Williams.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. That
pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Watson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Watson to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Third and 8.
14, front it.
Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium?